The power of silence. In today's fast-paced world, we are surrounded by noise. From constant chatter to digital distractions, silence often seems like a rare commodity. However, what if I told you that silence could be one of the most powerful tools for personal growth and peace of mind? According to Buddhist teachings, there is more to silence than merely refraining from speaking. The quiet moments, when harnessed properly, have the power to transform our lives in ways words cannot. In this video, we will explore how embracing silence, following the teachings of Buddha, can lead to a life of peace, clarity, and profound connection with ourselves and others. Section 1. Understanding the true power of silence. Silence is not simply the absence of sound. In Buddhist philosophy, silence is a sacred space where wisdom and understanding can emerge. It is in these quiet moments that we can reflect deeply on our thoughts, emotions, and the world around us. Buddha, in his teachings, often emphasized the importance of silence as a tool for inner peace and spiritual awakening. Why is silence so powerful? It is because silence provides us with the opportunity to stop, breathe, and reconnect with our true selves. When we are silent, we are no longer distracted by the external noise of the world. We can listen not just to the sounds around us, but to the quiet voice within that speaks the truth we need to hear. Section 2. The role of silence in communication. In many situations, we believe that words are necessary to express ourselves or resolve conflicts. However, Buddha teaches us that silence can sometimes be more effective than speaking. In fact, silence can speak volumes. Think about a time when you were in a heated argument or a stressful situation. Often, the best way to calm the storm is not by adding more words to the conversation, but by remaining silent and composed. When we choose silence, we give ourselves space to reflect on the situation, to understand the other person's perspective, and to find a solution from a place of calm. Buddhist teachings suggest that silence is a form of non-reactivity, a way to prevent the mind from being carried away by emotions. Through silence, we can cultivate a sense of mindfulness, allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Section 3. A story of silence in a village. To better understand the power of silence, let me tell you a story from a Buddhist tradition. In a quiet village, there was a growing conflict among the villagers over a trivial matter. As tensions rose, arguments broke out in the village square. Despite the efforts of the elders to mediate, the disagreements continued, and the village seemed on the verge of chaos. One day, a wandering monk arrived in the village. He did not speak a word to anyone, but quietly sat under a tree in the village square. The villagers, curious about this silent monk, began to discuss him among themselves. Some wondered if his silence held a deeper meaning, while others were frustrated by his lack of involvement. Days passed, and the arguments grew more intense. But the monk remained silent, sitting in the center of the conflict, embodying a calm presence. Finally, one of the villagers, desperate for a solution, approached the monk and asked, "How can we resolve our conflict?" The monk did not respond with words. Instead, he closed his eyes, smiled, and remained silent. The villagers, confused at first, began to feel a strange sense of peace wash over them. His silence communicated something beyond words, an invitation to pause, reflect, and find inner peace. Section 4. The transformative effect of silence. As the monk continued to meditate in silence, the villagers began to notice a shift in themselves. They became more introspective, reflecting on their own actions and emotions. Silence, it seemed, was allowing them to look inward, to recognize the futility of their arguments, and to understand the true source of their frustrations. In the absence of noise and words, the villagers realized that their conflicts were not external but internal. They had been projecting their unresolved emotions onto one another. The monk's silence had helped them see that true resolution came not through confrontation, but through self-awareness and understanding. After spending time in silence with the monk, the villagers were able to come together and find a peaceful solution. They learned that sometimes the greatest wisdom comes not from speaking, but from listening to the silence within. Section 5. Embracing silence in our daily lives. So, how can we incorporate this powerful silence into our daily lives? First, we must make a conscious effort to embrace silence. In our conversations, we can practice pausing before responding, allowing ourselves a moment to reflect and choose our words carefully. This simple practice can bring clarity to our communication and prevent misunderstandings. In moments of conflict, instead of reacting immediately, we can practice the Buddha's approach by taking a step back and choosing silence. This pause allows us to observe the situation without being influenced by our emotions. It gives us the space to listen deeply, both to the other person and to our inner thoughts, leading to more thoughtful and compassionate responses. Section 6. The peaceful heart of silence. Buddha taught that true peace comes from within. When we cultivate silence, we are not only creating external stillness, but also nurturing an inner peace that transcends the chaos of the world. In this stillness, we are able to connect with our true nature, free from the distractions of the mind. Through regular practice of silence, we can experience a sense of calm and clarity that allows us to navigate life with greater ease. This inner peace is not a passive state, but an active choice to remain grounded in the present moment, no matter the external circumstances. Conclusion. Silence as a path to enlightenment. In conclusion, silence is not just the absence of sound. It is a powerful tool for self-discovery, peace, and enlightenment. By embracing silence, we create space for reflection, understanding, and connection. The teachings of Buddha remind us that in the quiet moments, we can find the answers we seek and the peace we long for. As you move forward in your life, consider how you can embrace the power of silence. Take time to listen to the quiet voice within and allow yourself to pause before speaking. Through silence, we can find not only clarity, but also a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this exploration of silence inspires you to bring more quiet into your life, to listen deeply, and to cultivate a peaceful heart. Until next time, may you find peace in the silence.